Welcome to Christian Character Building Library. We continue with Storytime Treasury. Chapter 3. Selling a Birthright. "Father," said Charlie one day, "Mr. Reed is going to take the whole school to Union Hill, where we are to have dinner and a grand time. We are to choose a captain from the senior class. Whom are you going to vote for in the election?" "Morton, the tallest fellow in school and the best boy too, I think. But George has gone over to the opposition." "Oh?" Father looked at George. "Who is your candidate? Let's hear about it." "Chester is my choice," said George. "I don't see why he wouldn't make as good a captain as Morton." "He's not so good a scholar," said Charlie. "Besides, he swears sometimes. Then, too, he's buying up votes, and I think that is mean." George flushed a little but made no reply. "George," said his father, "I want you to tell me whether Chester has given you something to influence your vote." George hung his head and was slow to reply. There was no escape from his father's question. And at last he answered, "I broke my new bat yesterday playing baseball. George gave me his if I would promise to vote for him." "Did you promise?" "Yes, Father." "You were wrong, my boy. Your vote is your birthright. Not long ago, when we read how Esau sold his birthright for a mess of pottage, you thought him a foolish man. Now you have sold yours for a second-hand bat. You have sold your influence as far as it goes to vote for a boy who, by taking unfair means, shows he is unfit for the position. Now, as you look over the whole affair, do you not think that it's pretty cheap?" "Yes," answered George, "but I didn't think it was so important." "Ah, my boy, if you can be bought with a bat when you are a boy, you may be bought with an office or with money when you are a man. I want my sons to be above taking bribes or selling their freedom. What should I do?" "Take the bat back to Chester and tell him how the matter looks to you on further consideration. If he has any honor in him, he will release you from your promise. If he has none, he can hold you to it, and you must keep your word. But take care not to be caught in such a position again." George wished that old bat were at the bottom of the sea as he carried it back to Chester. He was laughed at, reproached, and held to his promise as he expected to be. He acquired such a contempt for his candidate's lack of principle that he was glad when he found himself on the losing side the next day. In fact, he joined heartily in the cheers which the winners gave for their friend Morton. The end.